I will never forget the first session I had with this particular client. She'd been brought to me by a close friend who also sat in on the session, because for most of the session, the client sat there with her head down, unable to speak. Some of the first words she said to me was, "What's the point?" She was in a very dark place. The story was full of a lot of sadness, a childhood less than perfect, a number of dysfunctional relationships, leading to her ending up in a women's refuge with her child. She was unable to work, and her mental health was not in a good place. And over time, her child's mental health also started to be affected, leading to her needing hospitalization. And this is when the client made what I believe is one of the hardest decisions a parent can ever make. To acknowledge that in that moment, she did not have the resources needed to care for her child. So her child went to live with relatives. And then over the course of time, through a series of misinformations, she found out that her child had been led to believe that her mum didn't want her. And that's when her dark place became a place that she thought she could never get out of. But to work with people in this absolute depression, we need a glimmer of hope. Her glimmer of hope was that she knew she would never give up on her child. And using that, she started coming out of that hole step by difficult step. And it has taken time, phenomenal amounts of courage. But now she is mentally so much stronger, to the point that she's back working, contributing to society. And she is reunited with her child. And there is the greatest of possibilities that in the not distant future, they will be back living under the same roof. So if you find yourself in the deepest, darkest of holes, know that somewhere inside you, there is that same glimmer of hope that someone can help you to use to get out of that place. There is hope for you too.